Yeah, it is that day. It is Friday for all of us, all right, because it's the end of the week. And guess what? Next week, we are back on the mats again, and we are happy about it. Hey, listen, there's going to be an email going out today. It's going to give all the class schedules. The new schedule has changed up a little bit. We're keeping our 2 Zoom fitness classes happening, and they're going to be live as well. So you have the opportunity, of course, to join a Zoom or to be able to join us live as well. That's going to be happening. Also, we're adding Zarek's MMA class. We talked about that with all you guys yesterday, and that's exciting news because, again, some tournaments coming up that are going to allow you guys to work with confidence and composure to be able to apply everything that you learn, not just the striking, not just the jiu-jitsu, not just the judo, not just the wrestling, but put it all together, okay? So we're working on those opportunities for you guys to be able to do that in a safe way and have fun with it and grow in your martial arts, all right? Especially for the kids and teens, all right? So we're starting a new kids MMA class, teens MMA class, and then we're actually adding one kids wrestling class a little bit earlier in the day as well, because Gloria Deo, we're working with them to be able to start a homeschool program. That's going to be a wrestling league for them guys too, and of course all of our Smith Valley wrestlers too. So anyway, we got some exciting things happening with the new schedule coming out, and but some things do have to take place. I know I mentioned to you guys to get your Zen planner accounts taken care of if you can, but we're also working on another way to try to make it even a little bit easier. But in the interim, just in case, please get your Zen planner taken care of. Some of you guys sent me some emails. I'm going to be sending you reset passwords to be able to log into your account and get that taken care of as well. So there's a lot of information going out, as well as our contest for the kids. If you want to saran wrap Zarek to a chair and throw a pie in his face, you got to at least do 4 of his online classes, all right, that he has available on there on our Google classes page, so on the Google form. So anyway, I'm all confused. I got so much information in my head, I'm trying to get it out to you. All right, he has 7 classes available. You have to do 4 of those 7. All right, if you want to be able to shave this lovely head, well, then you need to make sure you do all of the classes. All right, otherwise you ain't touching the razor to my hair. All right, so you got to do all 7 of his classes. And we'll send out a link to make that a little bit easier for you guys, but you have to do the classes, complete them. Because then there's going to be a special prize for those who are able to answer questions about the classes, all right? And so if you can answer the questions of what was covered and how it works and the technical aspects of it, then you get even better prize, right? Then we're going to be doing 1 class a week. It's a live class. It's going to be at the academy. For those of you, it's probably going to be on a Thursday, I think at 6 o'clock if I'm not mistaken. But for those of you guys and the kids and teens that come to that class, all right, and are able to stay in that class and do 8 consecutive weeks of training in that class, we're going to have a water balloon war for you guys, all right? Probably a pizza party, something like that, right? So it's going to be a lot of fun. But you guys got to make sure you're there. That's how that works. All right, so anyway, that's enough of that. Just pay attention to the emails that are coming out because those are really going to be important about how we're going to get back on the mats next week. There's going to be a lot of detailed information. Today, we're going to finish up what we started on Monday, and we followed up on Wednesday, and that is our 1-3 combination, all right? We did a 1-3-8 and 1-3 switch to 7. And then we're going to follow up on that, and then also all of our drills, all right? So without any further ado, we're going to jump right into it, and we're not going to be doing any like exercise warm-ups. We're going to be using all of our drills that we've done to date as warm-ups, all right? So here we go, ready for attention position, and we're going to fly through these. We went through detail on those on Monday and Wednesday, but all my little dragons, all my level 1 guys, stay with us, all right? And we're just going to count it out. We're not going to go super fast in them, but we're actually going to go through the drills and not a lot of detail. So courtesy bow, please. So here we go, right leg, back fighting situation. Hey, kid! Going now from right here, we're going to be doing our star block. Remember, I'm opposite than you. I understand that. This is my left leg, but it looks like you're right. If you wave your right hand, here we go, all right? So this hand, if you have to grab your ear, over here, Selma and Levi and Andrew, just to remember to keep that up there, then that's fine, all right? But you got to keep this hand up, stay on the phone. Say, Mom, I'm going to keep my hand up. This hand's doing all the blocking. Remember, the elbow stays inside here. It's like the eye of the storm. See how it just rotates, rotates, rotates. So we're going to go through up and then in. Make sure you pivot it out and then touch and down, circle back and push down. And then back, and then we go to our side. All right? Go then up, and then we go in, out, touch, down, circle back, push down, back, and then side. Good. Come back 1, come back 2. Awesome. Good. Let's go again. And we're going to get rid of those 2 words. Remember level 1 little dragons. We're going to get rid of those. Time for us to advance it just a little bit more. These words, of course, are helping us to remember all about all these blocks. But we're just going to say up. All right, so joranuke, in, chudanushi. And then we go out, chudan soto. And instead of saying touch, we're just going to say down. And instead of saying circle back, we're just going to bring it back, all right? That's called giran barai, it's a sweeping low block. And then push down, all right? Sotai uke, palm heel block. Good, and then side, suni uke, or shin block, ready? Up, in, out, down, push down, and then side. Come back, 1 and 1. Ready? And joran uke, churanuchi, churan soto, giran barai, sotai uke, and suni uke. Good, our up block, our mid-level in, mid-level outside. Sweeping low block, push down palm heel block, and our shin block. Good, back. Good, all right, good. Now don't even say anything, just go with me. Ready, let's go. Step back 1, step back 2. All right, a little bit faster, let's go. Look at you guys, look at that. Nice, good work everybody. Excellent, good. Ready for retention position, Curtis about. Nice, good. Now we're gonna take all those blocks, put them together. Talking about our basic stance, all right? Center line position, but this is like Shizen Hunta, fundamental natural posture. Remember, all the weight is in the balls of the feet. All right, we're gonna draw a line for the balls of our feet, go through all the way to our shoulders, head. That keeps us in line, good base, good posture, all right? Heels are on the mat, but they're not digging into the mat because all the weight's in here, so if I need to push off, I can push off, and that's the power that I go. If I want to push this way, remember, I'm pushing off the ball of that foot, and that's what gives me the power to drive, all right? We load up, all that stuff. All right, but when we have to pivot, we have to make sure we pick our heels up a little bit, all right? Get those hips turning. So we're right here, center line position, and we're going to come up. Wait a minute. All right, backwards, that's right. Here we go, up this way, my bad. And now we go up on this side. But now we go out, and then we go out. Good, then we go down. Remember, get on, but I circles. Remember that big circle like that. And then the other side. Good, and now we step back, slide straight back, and then we turn. Now we're in positions 1 and 3. Remember our quadrant footwork. All right, positions 1 and 3 is a traditional stance. And notice my hips are turned. The belt's facing this way, the knot. And now I bring it back and I pivot back the other way. This chamber is a little bit different for this cross. It's a cross punch to the body. This hand is up, protecting my head, of course, but is also going to come out and give us a back fist to the head here. And then we're going to come up here and ridge hand, all right? Remember on the back fist, we strike with the knuckles on top. On the back side, ridge hand is on the side. Open hand strikes, a little bit different. So we've already pivoted, my hips out. I'm going to follow all the way through. Make sure, again, chamber, extension, re-chamber. Place the foot down where it's supposed to go. We pivot when we do the extension. So we chamber, and look at that pivot, and then re-chamber, put it down. When I place the foot down, I've placed it into the next spot so I can actually do my next technique. All right? So I'm not going to be kicking Gypsy in the head because look at her. She's right there. She's too small. She's short. She just finished eating breakfast. But I'm going to make sure I kick up high, but I'm going to have to chamber, and then that chamber goes to the side. I make sure I pivot on the extension. Right now, we're going to go ahead and pivot first so you can understand that and how that works for all my level 1 guys. And then we chamber, and then we extend, re-chamber, and then place it down. Now we're in a straight line here. All right, remember, because I'm going to go to the side. So I was in positions what? 2 and 4 when I finish this kick. Now I'm in positions what? Anybody? Anybody? We're in 2 and 3 right here, okay? So now I'm going to step behind just like this here. And I'm going to make sure that I get the heel up, facing on the ball foot. Remember Kosadachi, or back step. That back step allows us to pivot or step. And side kick, the chamber comes up. Blade and heel comes out to the side. And then we put the foot down, place it after the extension. Now we pick this heel up and turn, look over our shoulder, and hello. And now I'm going to do my back kick coming up here. Good, now I turn, I block. See how my foot was put here? Because now I'm going to be in positions what? 2 and 4 again. I grab, turn, and coming up here, and then I come up. Courtesy bow. Step back 1, step back 2, step back 3, step back 4. Nice, all right, good. So on my level 1, little dragon, so on and so forth, we want to go through all the way to number 7. That's where you want to stop. Then go kind of, if you can make it through the next 3 moves, which is the reverse punch, back fist, ridge hand, that's awesome. Challenge yourself. If you really want to challenge yourself, stay with us through the kicks. The front kick, round kick, a side kick, your 3 basic kicks, okay? If you really want to really challenge yourself, then do that spin back kick and our chewed-on block with that wrist control seasoning, and then that center line punch. That'd be awesome, okay? On my level 2, you guys got to get all the way up to the rich hand, all right? And the front kick, round kick, and side kick. Then you can stop if you need to, but if you really want to challenge yourself, go all the way through to the spin back kick, all right? And that includes like Holly and Rhoda, those guys that just started out. If you can get to that spinning back kick and make that happen, you're rocking, you're golden, all right? That's what we want. Everybody else, you ain't got no choice, you got to do it. Here we go, ready? First bow. Loose, open up center line position, ready? Hey, good, ready, here we go. Left hand comes out first, ready, and 1, and recover, 2, and 3, good, 4, good, on a low block, 5, circle it back, 6, good, notice I'm pivoting, 7, we're going to go inside, and that's going to be our chewed-on block, all right? So little dragons, right here, you Kia, right here, and then if you want to go through the next 3 moves, go for it. Level 2, you need to do these next 3 moves, and that is a reverse punch, good, and a back fist, good, and a ridge hand, good. And now we want to go all the way through. Little dragons, level 1, keep going. Let's go get that front kick if you want to challenge yourself. Level 2, you got to get all the way through here. Ready? We're going to chamber, extension, rechamber, place it down in front. Good. And now we're not breaking down. We're not going to pivot first. We're just going to come out. Remember, we talked about moving those hips out on that round kick. We'll watch you get it. Ready? Let's go. Good. Now step side kick. Good. And now we're going to do our spinning back kick. Remember, I turn, look, and kill. Good. Now we come back. Remember on that center line punch, punching with that part of the hand right here. Comes out like that, not like this, all right? Very nice. Courtesy bow. Step back 1, step back 2, step back 3, step back 4, back to attention. How am I doing, Gypsy? Am I doing a good job? Yeah? Good job. Thank you, ma'am. Good. Ready? Courtesy bow. Ready? One more time. Now we're going to count it out. Rhythm. We're going to put a demand on it. Go open up center line. Ready? Hey! Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2. Let's see how 14 is all one move. Just about step back 1, step back 2, step back 3, step back 4. Good. Here we go from attention position. First 7 moves. Curtis about. We open up center line. Ready and go. Good. Next 3 moves. Next 3 moves. Last move all together. Back again. Nice. Good. See how we change the pace up a little bit? Back 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. All right. Last time now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way through. We're going to go all the way through to the ridge hand and stop there. All right. Number 11. Then we're going to go and do all the kicks. So it's going to be 2 separate sections. Ready? Curtis bow. Open up center. Ready to go. Now we go. Good, and back, Curtis. Nice job. Back 1, 2, 3. Make sure you clear. Excellent work. Very nice job, guys. All right, ready from attention position. Curtis bow. Let's step up over here. We're going to be working on our stance set. Gypsy, I want you to go see Josiah. Quick, hurry. Go get Josiah. Look how smart she is. She knows who Josiah is. I'm going to go check to make sure she went. She did it. She went all the way back, knocked on the door, opened the door, said, Josiah, I need to go inside. Actually, I opened the door for her. She went inside. All right, so anyway, so we're going to go through our stance set. Remember this one. We're going to start from attention position. Courtesy bow. We're going to open up right leg back, natural fighting stance. Just like here. Good. Now, remember, this is my left side, but it's your right. Remember, wave your right hand, so we're all on the same page. So I'm a mirror to you. All right, now we're going to step this hand back here. This leg, goes back, just like this here. Then we drop down. Neko Ishidachi. Then I come back here, and I come inside, Kibidachi. Then from here, I point the toes out, and Kokosu Dachi, back stance. Now we go down, open those hands up, both hands. This hand comes here, knee on the eye, closed fist though. Good, Zenkusu Dachi, forward stance. Coming forward, reverse punch, all right? Now we step up, block inside, you chewed on block. On Soto because we're going outside with it, and I got Kosodachi, that back step. Remember we talked about that? This hand's in chamber, and that back step now is going to allow me to pivot. as Eric talked about that in his MMA class, that back step pivot, very important move. Courtesy bow, nice work. Good, let's go to the other side now, ready? And left leg back fighting stance. Good, and now we're gonna come back, Neko Ishidachi. Good, cat stance, remember? Now, all the weight's on the back leg, most of it. Now we're gonna come back, Kibidachi, horse stance. Now we're gonna turn the hands over here, point the toes, step back, Kokotsudachi, back stance. This stance, from here, if I'm standing, I'm able to move my head back and be able to strike off my front leg. It's a really important stance, and be able to recover right back again. These moves in this position, there's a lot of movement here and cover a lot of ground. Now I can work and have a really solid base. So back stance. Now we're gonna go into the bow stance. This hand comes down. Zenkutsudachi, forward stance, and reverse punch into a forward stance. Kosudachi, all right? Turn back around and courtesy bow. But now we're gonna do it all together, okay? Good, just getting warmed up here. Ready? Here we go. Courtesy bow, both sides. Right leg back fighting stance. Hey, kill. Ready? Kumite dachi, natural fighting stance. We're gonna go into Neko Ishidachi, cat stance. Good. Kibidachi, horse stance. Kokotsudachi, back stance. Bow stance. Zenkutsudachi. Forward stance and forward stance. Kosudachi. Scissor stance. Turn all the way into your fighting stance again. The right leg's back this time. Left leg's back this time. Good. Now we're going to go into cat stance, Neko Ishidachi. Good. Now we're going to go into Kibidachi, horse stance. And Kokotsudachi, back stance. Good. Zenkutsudachi, forward stance. See how I pivoted that back foot? Now we go into reverse punch and Kosudachi with our Chudan block. All right, scissor stance. That's a back step into a pivot turn. We come back to attention, and guess what? We are back on our mark. Nice job, all right? Good, you guys starting to get a little bit warm? Starting to move around a little bit? That's what we should be doing. Nice, good, okay, good. Here we go. We're gonna keep moving now. Ready? Up and down, hands up, fighting stance. Now, left leg back. Good, back again, normal. Right leg back. Good, normal. Left leg back. Now remember that my right hand is in the front. Now the other side. Now we switch. Now my left hand's in the front. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Come on, follow me. Good. Now remember, I'm not hopping up really high. My feet are still on the mat. Think about that in Yumiachi, Sugiachi. Good. Keep working. Good. Now we're going to switch back and forth. Switch twice. And again. Good. Switch once. Good. Switch once. Switch once. Switch twice. Good job. All right. Cool. All right. Now we're going to come out. Grab the counter. Grab a hand wall. Whatever you got to do. Remember, we're coming up and swinging that leg to the side. Getting our warm-ups in. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Now we're going to swing that foot to the front now. Here we go. This hand's out. This leg comes up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch to the other side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. All right. Hold on to something if you have to. Leg extensions. We're just going to go relaxing. I'm going to hold on to the counter over here just to make sure that I'm able to go and hold that. So front kicks. All right. I'm just here, not having to really hold on, but I'm just touching it just to get this up. Ready? In 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Just really fast. Just reminding everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just reminding everybody, and of course what we're doing, and of course get a good warm up in as well. Right now, round kick. Remember, this foot is going to pivot out, so the heel's facing the camera. This leg comes up here to the side. If you have to, pull your knee behind you. Make sure these toes are pointed, hands up. Look where you're kicking. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember that knee stays still. All right, that's really important. Let's go to the other side. Turn that heel out. Bring this leg up in chamber. Pull the knee behind you if you have to. Get that foot all the way back here. This is whipping around. Round kick and watch you get it. Ready on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the knee is where the target goes. If my knee's down, that means my kick is going to go down. If my knee's straight, kick goes straight. If my knee's up, my leg goes higher. All right, so that's really important on that. Okay, good. And now we're going to come up, and there's some more advanced ways to do that round kick. I don't want to confuse you, but just as a general principle. We're going to come up, down the side kick, same thing. Heels facing the camera, but I'm going to bring my knee into my chest now. Blade and heel coming out, Evan, all right? So the heel comes out first, and the blade comes out. Push it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Ready to switch to the other side. Here we go. Ready and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent work. Good, right? Good. Let's move those hips around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Here we go. Back in front of your forward stance. All right. I'm going to come out just like this here. My right leg's back, or your right leg's back, my left leg. Forward stance. Remember, we come up and down. Just doing 3 on each side. Front kick comes out first. Ready? We come up, chamber, and then when I extend, my hands come down. When I re-chamber, my hands come up. When I place my foot down, my hands go down. Ready? It looks like this here. And we put it behind us. All right? You don't have to go super hard. Just warm it up still. Ready? In 1, 2, 3. Good. Turn the other way now. Ready? In 1, 2. Get those hips out. And 3. Good. Turn the other way now. Good. Now round kick. Make sure you pivot when you kick. That's what I'm talking about, right? And fortunately, when we're learning the kick, we always tell you to pivot first because we want to accentuate the fact that you pivot, that your heel's got to come up so you don't hurt your knee, and it puts the power in your technique, gets your hip turned over. When we chamber on this drill, the chamber and the extension is where the pivot comes in. The re-chamber makes us pivot back, and then we place our foot back all the way here. Looks like this here. Good, and then we come back. Ready? Here we go. Ready in 1, 2, and 3. Let's switch to the other side. Ready in 1, 2, and 3. Let's switch to the other side. Now our side kick. Same thing on the pivot. Same situation, but the chamber doesn't stay behind us. Just like on our leg extensions, the chamber comes to the front. So my knee comes to my chest and then back out to the side. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Turn to the other side. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good. All right, should be kind of warmed up there. Come down, touch your toes. Now that side kick, that can come out a lot of different ways. Actually, all your kicks. I can kick you with a round kick with a ball on my foot. I can kick you with my heel. I can kick you with my shin. I can kick you with my instep. I can go 2 different ways with the round kick. There's an inverted round kick that we use. On this side here, side kick, same thing. There's a snapping side kick, a thrusting side kick, stepping side kick, spinning side kick, long range, short range techniques, all that kind of good stuff, all right? Front kick as well. I kick you with my heel, I kick you with the whole foot, ball of the foot. A lot of different ways that we can do that, right? And so just know, when we go through those 3 basic kicks, move your arms around, we go through the 3 basic kicks, front kick, round kick, and side kick, and then we add the 2 fundamental kicks, the crescent kick and the hook kick, all right? Because again, there are variations of, like the crescent kick is a variation of the front kick, and the hook kick is a variation of the side kick. So those are your 5 fundamentals. All you do is add jumps and spins to them to make them fancy schmancy kicks, all right, if you have to. All right, so we have our kick set that we're going to do really quick here. And we're going to go through, I'm just going to get it up into the basic level of the kick set for right now. And then what I'll do is if I have time today, at the end of the class, I'll go through the whole kick set for you, okay? But when we go through this here, this kick set allows you to see all of your basics and intermediate and advanced type kicks, all right? Not the showman type kicks. These are all effective kicks that you can use for your self-defense and for your striking, okay? And so if you do anything beyond these kicks here, that goes into the XMA territory, which is extreme martial arts. Really hard to do, really fun to watch, highlight reel kicks. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They're high risk kicks, but they're also high reward kicks. But if you got to really, really dedicate yourself to spending time to get good at those kicks. I used to be good at some of them, not all of them, but my brother was really good at them. And so, but he was only able to land one on me one time ever in our fighting. So, and that's why I actually learned the kick he landed on me, because that was my bet to him. If you can land that on me when we fight, then I'll learn it, all right? Because I was like, forget all that fancy schmancy stuff. But he could do all sorts of stuff, man. Misty flips, K-kicks, all sorts of things. All right, jump through the roof. But these are your fundamental kicks, basic kicks, okay? So the way we do this is we're going to come out, we start at a starting point, and we're just going up and down the whole time on these kick sets. It just goes forward and backwards. And like I said, it's like a drilling kata, prearranged sequence of techniques that are going to help you to be able to remember these kicks, all right? And put them into a system that you can practice them in, all right? And then you can individually, of course, you can always individually work your kicks, work them on the bags, work them in your sparring, work them into different combinations. This is just a set, a little set, like the boxer's eight, like the shoe shine drill. This is just a leg set that helps you to remember your kicks, all right, and how they work. So from attention position, we're going to go back, right leg back fighting stance, right here, right? Now remember, we have our short range and long range. Short range are usually the front leg because they cover, it's like a jab, all right? And long range usually come from your power, which is behind you, which is like a cross. Notice that the jab takes a lot less time to get there, but there's more power in the punch because there's more body parts behind the movement behind this cross punch. Same thing with the kicks. So this front kick is a snapping front kick. It snaps out and it comes back, all right? But it's also a little bit of a thrust, all right? So you could choose to either do it with the instep, like a snap kick coming up into the groin area, or we can use it to create motion and movement by using the ball of the foot and pushing it out and just snapping it. But it does pop and it comes right back down again. It's a short range, ready front kick. Good, now we go into the long range front kick. Remember that we have to pivot on the extension. So chamber, extension, rechamber, place it down. And then we put it down in front. Now we've switched our base. Now we're in positions 2 and 4. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coming out with our round kick, okay? It's a long range round kick, all right? We used to do a short range round kick in there, but we kind of got the idea of what a short range and long range is. I might even add it back. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and add it back, all right? We just did the front kick. Let's do a short range round kick. All we do, we've already got the pivot set up. Just pick the leg up and chamber and extend it. Look at that, it's like a jab. See that? Awesome. And we come right back down again, okay? So when I come down now, I put the foot down, now I'm going to pivot all the way around with a long range round kick. Look at that. We just added something and modified something because I saw the need for it and it was good, and I took it out and now I'm going to put it back in because it just actually is better, all right? And it doesn't change much, all right? So now we got 4 kicks. We got a short range front kick, long range front kick, short range round kick, long range round kick. Well, watch you get it. Now we're going to come in and we're going to go into a short range side kick. Look at this. We're just adding stuff as we go. All right, I'm going to come up and I'm going to kick this leg out. When I come up, it's like a snapping kick again. I just pick my leg up. Don't even have to pivot that much. Just come out, just like that. Ready? Let's go. And now we're going to do a step side kick. I step behind, so now it turns into a long range side kick because it takes longer. I can do a back leg side kick if I wanted to. We're not going to change it that much. I'm just going to do that short range snap, but now we're going to step because that back leg side kick when I pivot is a long range, but also this stepping is a long range as well. Because I'm going to go right here in this back step, but I'm not going to pivot or spin with it. I'm just going to allow it to step out to the side kick, just like that there. All right? Now from here, we're going to pick this heel up just like we do in Fortress. I'm going to turn, and I'm going to turn around, and now it's a spinning back side kick. So I come up, chamber, extension. Now I put this down right here, and now from here, I have set myself here, and now I'm inside right here, and I've changed my base again, okay? So now I'm turning the other way, all right? So now, from here, let's start again. Go through that first sequence. Courtesy bow, right leg back fighting stance. Good, here we go. Short range front kick, long range front kick. Good, short range round kick, long range round kick. Short range side kick, step side kick, spin back side kick. Good, and now we take this leg and we bring it back behind us here, just like this here. Actually, no, we don't. I'm sorry. I'm backwards again, all right, because of my way I'm facing you and having to go backwards with it. That is totally my bad, all right? Let's go back again. We're gonna do it again. You're gonna have your right leg back, it's my left leg. That's what messed me up, because I wasn't thinking backwards when I got down. I was like, I'm not in the right position. So that's why I wasn't in the right position. Let's go again. Ready? Short range front kick. We could practice this anyway. Long range front kick, because we need to. Short range round kick. Long range round kick. Short range side kick. Step side kick. Spin back side kick. Good, and now we stop, and now we're back in our fighting stance again, okay? Now, looking at the screen, I know you're looking at me, I'm going to switch my base. Don't you switch your base, all right? Because now, when you're looking at the screen, I want you to go back to where you started. Go back over to the end, and just watch me, and it's sort of like you're going to go along with me on this, okay? I'm doing it backwards, so now my right leg is the right leg. Does that make sense? So it's still going to be your right leg. So you're going to watch, and you're looking at my back, doing it like I was in front of you, all right? Like if I was in the class teaching, I'd be in front of you, you'd be behind me, so you'd have your right leg back, I have my right leg back. You guys are watching, okay? But I'm going to show you how it works going back down again. So your right leg is back. You're going to take this leg, and it's going to come up like a front kick, but we're going to make a circle with it like this. So just pick your leg up and circle, just like that, all right? Chamber it up, chamber, and then circle. Extend and circle. Chamber, circle. Chamber, circle. I'm going to face you, don't change. Now I've changed my stance, but we're going to still, so right leg, all right? So I'm going to come up, chamber like this here, and then circle it around. Chamber, circle. Chamber, circle. All right, see how it pops? Now look from the side. Chamber, looks like a front kick almost, but I'm swinging it to the side. So we come up and across. All right, now put your hand out like this here, your right hand. It's going to help you. We're going to come up and around. See how I'm smacking my hand and go. Good, and again. Good, and again. Good. All right, if you're having trouble with that, let's do this. Go to the knee and just turn your hip over. So we come up, step behind. Bring it up and behind. See, I'm making a circle around. Just like this. All right, that's the motion. And do it. Now faster and harder. Faster and harder. Good, and again. Good. Now we're just going to whip the leg out. And again. And again. Good. Put the hand out now. Good, and again, and again, and again. Good, it's called a crescent kick. I'm making a crescent motion with it, all right? This is an inside to outside crescent kick. Comes up, down, and around. And I'm kicking now, we talked about using different parts of the foot, kicking with the blade of my foot and the heel, but I'm coming on the side. So I'm kicking with this part of my foot right here, right? With the heel, all the way to the blade, and it's coming across, back. All right, if you ever saw a movie called Legend of Billy Jack, you'd understand what I'm saying, the iconic scene of the crescent kick. I'm gonna take this foot, put it here, there ain't gonna be anything you can do about it, all right? All us old people go, yeah! All right, if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. So we're gonna come up, crescent kick, all right? So it's an inside to outside, so my hands are up. Now I'm facing you, so we're going to go through that little sequence, all right? And we're going to do the inside to outside, just like this here. Now I've put my foot down. I've placed it where it needs to go. Still got the chamber, extension, rechamber, placing it down. Now I'm going to take this foot and basically do the same thing, but backwards. So take the knee, pick it up, and just put it down. And again, up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Bring it back. Up and down. Good. Now we're going to whip the leg out, right? So I'm going to pick it up, extend it, and down. And again. From the side, this is the way it looks. Good. Let's go again. Good. And now on this one, I'm kicking with the arch of the foot and the ball of the foot and the heel, catching with the whole inside portion of my foot right here, okay? And we're coming back over this way, okay? So we go here, take your hand out now, let's do it. And again. And again. Good. Right hand's out, left leg kicks. Good. Step back, step back. Now we're going to take that inside crescent to the outside, and the outside to the inside, kicking the same hand. So we're in a fighting stance, hand comes out. Remember, chamber, extend, whip it around, rechamber, place it down in front. Let's go. Good. Now, this one, chamber, extend, whip it out, place it down in front. Just like that there. Very nice. Okay? Let's try it again. Ready? 1, 2. Very good job. Okay? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and do the whole thing, but when I get to the end, we're going to come back and you're going to go backwards. I'm going to do it for you. I want you to see it, and then I want you to do it. Just watch. We're here. Short range front kick, long range front kick. Short range round kick. I'm going to watch you get long range front kick. Short range side kick, step side kick, spin back side kick. Stop. Now I'm in my fighting stance. All right. Now I'm going to come. I'm going to go inside to outside crescent, outside to inside crescent. Just like that there. All right. And now for right here, all I want you to do is turn and come back. Just like that there. All right. Later on, you're going to add 3 kicks right at the end. All right. But today, we're just stopping right there. So you have to take a couple of steps to get back where you started again, because we haven't added the spin crescents in there, okay? So don't worry about that right now. We're just doing the 2 crescents. When you add those 3 crescent kicks at the end, the 3 spin crescents, you'll end up right back where you started again. And then we have the next section of the leg set, okay? So, but those 3 crescent kicks, the 3 spinning ones, it's a 360 spin crescent, a 180 degree spin crescent, and a jump spin crescent. That's the intermediate level, all right? Okay? The basics are what we just did, all right? The basic set. Then we go into different kicks, the hook kicks and so on and so forth, okay? So we come here, courtesy bow. Let's try it. Rally back fighting stance. Short range front kick. Long range front kick. Short range round kick. Long range round kick. Short range side kick. Snap it. Step side kick. Spin side kick. Good. Now we're in our fighting stance here. You just put it down behind you. You should still have your right leg back. Now we're going to go inside to outside crescent with that right leg. Put your right hand to out and inside to outside. You should be not looking at the camera right now. Don't cheat. Just listen to what I'm saying. Now your right leg should be in front. Your left leg should be in back. Put your right hand out again, and your left leg is going to come up from the outside to the inside. Remember, we're smacking our hand with the instep of the foot, or the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot. Ready and go. Good. Now you've got your right leg behind you. Take your right leg, and we're going to step forward. Now take your left leg and do a back step, pivot, and now you're going to be right back on your mark. See that? That's what you do. All right? So let's go through it again. Ready? Fighting stance. Short range front kick. Long range front kick. Short range round kick. Long range round kick. Short range side kick. Step side kick. Spin back side kick. Stop. You're in your fighting stance. Good. Now the right leg's back. Don't look at the camera. Mason, I caught you. Stop looking at the camera. All right? Take that right leg that's behind you. It's going to go from the inside. So you bring it inside and whip it to the outside. Remember, chamber, extension, rechamber, but put it down in front. Remember, you're slapping your right hand with your heel and the blade of the foot. You guys ready? Let's go. Good. I heard that one. Now you're going to take your left leg, because your left leg's behind you. Don't look at the camera. That left leg is going to chamber, extend, and whip around and come down in the front. Remember, we're smacking our right hand with our heel and the arch of the foot and the ball of the foot. Ready and go. Good. I like that. I heard it. Now you're going to take your right leg and you're going to step and turn. Back step and pivot. Very good job. Courtesy. And that's going to just get you right back where you need to be. Okay? So look, I'm going to do it one time and you do it. Watch me. Come out. Yes. 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 That's it. Curtis bang, you're done. Give you something to practice. All right? Nice job, guys. Here we go. Get your finest hands. Nice. All right. You guys got it? Here we go. Jab. Remember, we're moving. Jab. Remember, I'm not taking a step. I'm going forward and back. Ready? Jab. Keep the hand up. Stay on the phone. Jab. And again, jab. From the side, it looks like this. Jab. And jab. And jab. Jab. When you bring this hand back, when you recover the hand, you're going to change your level. All right? Jab, change, and then throw the hook. Ready? Jab and hook. And again. 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 Good. Now, when we throw the jab, we change the level. Hook. This heel's up. Remember, what do we do with that heel? We spin it all the way around by pivoting. All right? We pivot super hard. What's going to help us to pivot super hard is this hand's going to drop like this. So try that. We threw the hook and pivot. Good. Now when I pivot and throw this hand down, this hand's got to come up. Just like this, because I've got to protect this side of my face because I'm very vulnerable here. It's only for a split second I drop this hand. I'm going to bring it right back again. Okay? So we throw the jab, hook, pivot, and the round kick to the leg. All right? We're coming, boom, like an axe chopping the tree down. Chonk, coming down. Whoa, bam. Now, rechamber it and bring it back behind me again. So, jab, hook, kick, and back. Jab, hook, 8, and back. 1, 3, 8, and back. 1, 3. Check everything out and back. Make sure you drop the hand, pick the hand up. Jab, hook, round kick, and back. Jab, hook, round kick, and back. Jab, hook, round kick, and back. From the side, keep going, just keep watching, and doing it as well. Jab, hook, round kick, and back. Jab, hook, round kick, and back. Good, awesome. Now we go jab. And we go to throw the hook. Remember what happens when we throw the hooks. Remember I put the shoes down. The Zerek's trick, that was a pretty cool trick. Put the shoes down, and I showed you that when we throw the jab, somebody throws a jab at me, and I'm standing here like this, I'm going to do this here. And I'm slipping. I'm getting myself back, and my hand comes up to make sure that I protect. I don't come up too high, and so it's hard to get to the body if I do what I'm supposed to do. It's hard for you to hit my body, but just that little motion opens up right here. All right? So the jab would come out, and I go, ha, you didn't get me. And they say, what? And they throw the hook right to the body. So I slip, and then they throw the hook. So you're going to go here, they slip, and their body is facing this way, like the chest is over here. They slip to the side like this, but I go, boom, right to the body. So when you go here, I go, and then you hit me here, and I'm like, and I sink my way to defend myself here, which makes this leg a good target for you to be able to hit here, right? Leg kicks are really, really good. We don't want to kick to the front because they're so good. If you kick to the front of the leg here like this, you're going to actually hurt somebody's knee really bad. We don't want that to happen, okay? So when you kick to the leg, we're going to kick to the outside when we spar or the inside when we spar. In real life self-defense, if you needed to, kicking right on top of that kneecap is awesome, all right? Especially for littler guys. If you kick a bigger guy there because they're really trying to hurt you, you need to get away. A lot of times people don't stand with their knees bent. They stand like this, and that's what's going to help. That's why we always bend that knee. This knee belongs over the toes, all right? Because when somebody, if they kick on my leg, it's not going to make my leg go back like this. It's not going to feel good, but it's a little bit, it's a lot stronger and a lot better, right? Still not going to feel good. We don't want anybody kicking our legs, but it's a really good self-defense technique to the leg kicks, all right? Because the legs, it makes it hard for somebody to run after you because those muscles get like really tight. They get like a Charlie horse. You ever tried to run with a Charlie horse? It's super hard, right? And so it's just a really good thing to be able to do. So we go jab, hook, they sink their weight, this leg comes around, pop, right on the leg. Bam, right there, okay? Now, if they see that, remember we talked about conditioning and response. I'm doing something to make you do something. So if I notice when I jab, pop, and I see you go, like this here, I know the body's really wide open. So I'm like, oh, awesome, I get to throw a hook punch. So I go jab, hook. And if I see when I throw the jab that you see it and drop it, you're like, hey, here, you've got good defense, man. There's people have really good defense. They're here, all right? And they do this motion, that lets me get the leg. So that's when I go, oh, awesome, I get to throw a leg. Some people really good defense. They know all these little tricks right here. So they slip, they drop, and they know that, man, I'm really dangerous with the leg kick. So they don't go like this and sink down. They go like this here. See how I bring my weight back a little bit, like a cat stance, all right? Because I just want to drop and be light on this foot, just in case. So when that happens, they go, huh, huh, and they go like this here, and they move, all right? That's when we go into the one fake, so the jab, feint. When I throw the feint here like this, when I see that happening, if I can do it right away, that's awesome. I finish the kick. If I can't do it right away, then I'm going to see that that happens. I'm setting it up. Remember, conditioning response. I notice that's how they reacted, so I build my technique. I'm layering my foundation. So I go feint, and when I feint, I switch. And then when I switch, now I throw this leg. Leg kick. All right, so it's a 1, feint 3, switch 7. But we switch on the 3. So it looks like this. Jab, switch, 7. All right? So we go. Jab, switch, 7. I'm faking that 3. So we go. Jab, switch, 7. Jab, switch, 7. Jab, you notice when I go to throw the 3 like this. Jab, I use that motion to turn. And then down. Jab, switch, 7. Good. Jab, switch, 7. Got it? So those are the 2 that we practiced so far, depending on what that person does. Now, if they got really good defense, they come out and they say, hey, whoa, hey, and then they slide back even more. Look how much distance they covered. They were here. They're like, slip, here, back, and here they're moving. But guess what they're not doing when they're moving? We talk about it all the time with our quadrant footwork. You got this line that goes straight through here. It's called the center line, or the line of the attack, all right? So when somebody's coming in, they got their whole body behind what they're doing. They're coming after you, boom, boom. And they have all the power in there, all right? Little dragons, guys coming to you, trying to grab you, level 1. They're coming in. All we need to do is make sure that we move out of the line of attack. So we have our quadrant footwork, remember? So we're in positions 1 and 3. I'd move in box 1. Here, just like that, right? Box number 1 gets me to their blind side. I'd move in box 2. Use that back step and pivot to open up. I'm in the open side, and I'm able to counter, right? Box number 3. Step and slide, just creating distance. I'm not closing the gap now. In box 4, creating distance, all right? If I create distance, that's for me to be able to strike you, all right, or run away. If I'm closing the gap, like in box 1 and 2, then I'm getting close. That's what we use our soft blocks for, to be able to grab hold of, to tie up, to go into the clinch. Remember, we talk about those zones, that neutral zone, kicking zone, punching zone, control zone, clinch, and then the ground. All right, you have to understand that neutral zone is a safe place because nothing can happen there. Once you get into the kicking zone, you're kind of in the danger zone. The punching zone, again, with the kicks, big time danger zone. Control zone, you're still in the danger zone. That's actually a really bad place because I'm actually controlling and can still strike. And then we get into the clinch, and that gets us back into somewhat of a safe zone. Things can happen inside the clinch. You know, we can take down, we can submit, we can do some strikes, but they're not as powerful when it comes to striking, right? We either want to be in the neutral zone or we want to be in the clinch, all right? Preferably, if I'm in the clinch, I want to be to the side of my friend or on the back of my friend, to the blind side, all right? I don't want to be clinched up to the front. I mean, I can be, and that's okay, but he has equal opportunity as I have, all right? So that's what I say. Safe zone, danger zone, bigger time danger zone, really dangerous zone, safe zone somewhat. Does that make sense? All right, especially if I'm to the side or to the back in the clinch, all right? So we're all about trying to close that up. If somebody's coming to you though, what we talked about in that quadrant footwork is that I need to move out of the line of the attack. So they're coming in, I need to move. They come in close to me, I'm gonna move. They try to grab me, I'm gonna move. It's gonna make them stop and have to reset each time. All right, if I can't move my feet, I'm gonna move my head out of the center line. All right, that's really important to get my head, because getting hit in the head is no bueno, man. All right, I can defend my body pretty good here, but I gotta get my head out and protect myself the whole time, okay? So that's what we're doing with this combination now, because they've moved back and they did not move out of the center line. And that's what I like, all right? So I'm gonna go 1, 3, and 8. But they're gone. No big deal. That's why we work that step side kick. So we go 1, 3, 8. They're gone. Step side kick. It is an awesome one. I love this combination. As a matter of fact, Professor Jasper is the one that kind of like ignited it back in me. It's one of my favorite combinations. I haven't taught it in a while, but I saw him teaching this, the leg kick with the step side kick to Zach. I was like, yeah, I remember this one, all right? And it was a really good one. I love this one. It works for me a lot, okay? So we're coming in. It's a little bit different at the beginning, but no big deal. So now we're going to go 1, 3, 8, step side kick. Now I could be kicking to that leg to make them move back and respect that. So I can come here, 1, 3. Now look at their leg when I kick. Whack! Like, yeah, I got you in the leg. I'm going to kick you again. 1, 3. And they're either going to switch, which lets me do my 1 fake 7. And I'm still like, looking at the leg. I'm going to kick you in the leg again because, man, I want you to move back. Conditioning a response. So I go 1, 3, 8. They're gone. And I like it because now, boom, come out, right? And that's really good because I'm not kicking the leg anymore. That side kick is coming right here to the body, which is a very, very, very powerful kick. One of the strongest kicks you can do, and it's the best place that you can hit right here. In this area right here, side kicks, man, actually all the way even to here. You can do a lot of things to help protect yourself, to stop somebody from hurting you, right? And that's fast. I've been kicked with the side kick here, and it broke my rib, and it only took me like a second to be able to like, and have to drop because I couldn't breathe anymore. I've been kicked right here with the side kick and had to, because it's called a liver shot. It's like, oh man, that hurt really bad, I can't move anymore. All right, so it's a really good kick. Do a lot of things that will help you in a self-defense situation, and of course in a fight too if you're ever competing, okay? So again, let's try it again. Ready? 1, 3, 8, step, side, because I've conditioned them to do that, or they just did it and I saw it. Now we're going to do the 1, 3, switch 7. 1, switch, 7, step, side. It's the same thing, all right? 1, switch, I'm sorry, I switched my, I'm backwards on you. Let's do it again, ready? 1, switch, 7, step, side, all right? I'm having to think backwards for you guys. Let's go. Now we're going to do the other one. So 1, 3, 8. 1, 3, 8, switch 7. Good. 1, 3, switch 7 to the 8. 1, switch 7, and side kick. Ready? Let's go again. Now the whole thing. First combination. 1, 3, 8, side kick. All right? Let's go. Now we're going to go 1, feint 3, switch 7, side kick. Good. Keep those hands up. First one, 1, 3. Second one. Let's go to the first combination now. Ready? 1, 3. All right? Here we go. Here we go. And again. Now the 1, 3, 8. And back. And again. 1, 3, switch 7. Good, and again. 1, 3, 8, side kick. 1, 3, switch 7, side kick. And there you go. All of the combinations, see how it layered? We started with the jab, hook. Well, we actually started with the jab. That's what we started with on Monday. Then we went to the jab, hook. Then they feint, drop, jab, hook, round kick to the leg, come back. If they move back, then they go jab, switch, 7. And if they move even further back on either of those techniques, 1, 3, 8, clear it out for the side kick to the body. 1, switch, 7, clear it out for the side kick to the body. And that is what we teach a lot, right? We talk about that all the time at the academy, that we layer the techniques, layer the foundation. We give you the liberty and the freedom to be able to deviate off and create your own things based on the foundation of what we're showing you and the principles that we're showing you. Because every single one of us are unique. What works well for me might not work well for you, all right? What works well for you might not work well for me. God created us all different and uniquely. We want you to embrace your uniqueness, embrace your strengths, work to your strengths, all right? Try to use your weaknesses to strengthen them up as you go along, but always rely on your strengths. And as you build up your weaknesses, you become more diversified and you have more depth and more understanding and the ability to apply more of what you know and understand as you grow, okay? So, but these are always talking about layering and foundations. We start somewhere. Because of that, there's a decision that's made or an action that's taken which causes us to do the next thing, which then causes us to do the next thing. And what's important is that each time that those things come off and a branch appears that a decision can be made, we want to make sure we make a right choice, all right? We want to do the right thing at the right time. Same thing in your life. As you move forward in life, things are going to come up and you're going to have to make decisions. And if you make a bad decision and a bad choice, it's going to lead you down to a bad road, all right? And then you have to try to find your way back onto the right road. It's a little bit difficult. So always make sure when you're confronted with a choice or a decision that you need to make, think about everything that you know. Think about the things that have been taught to you by your mentors, your parents, your teachers, things that you know you're supposed to do, and take all of those things and weigh it against that decision that you're fixing to make and make a good choice, all right? And that choice is going to help you to live life on purpose and never quit. Look for the emails. We'll see you guys next week. Have a blessed weekend.